Hello, I'm Rocketbug5977 and welcome to episode 3 of Rocket World, my single player survival Let's Play series. Today I'm doing things back to front by doing my thanks at the beginning of the video. This is because I'd like to say a very special welcome to all my new viewers and subscribers who tried valiantly to get 1 trillion views on my last video, which was celebrating 1 trillion Minecraft views on YouTube. Although the attempt fell a little short of 1 trillion views, I'm happy to settle for exceeding the analytics range by hitting over 999% increase in statistics for my channel. Thank you all for taking part in the fun. It just goes to show what a great Minecraft community there is, and I'm really glad to be part of it. Now, back to today's episode, which includes linking spawn up to our beach here, scaling the inside of a mountain, and getting just a little Christmassy. I was on my way back to main base when I came across this rather wide river here, as you can see down below me, and I thought I needed to really try and get across there and make a bridge. So I've come this far and I'm going to try to make a bridge to go all the way across there. What I've done is I've put this basic dirt block along here as a sort of a guide rail, and I'm going to try and place my slabs along here like that, alongside, and I'll have to place more and more as I go further down. I'm going to try and get this to sort of gently curve down towards the centre and then curve back up on the other side, so it's going to have to be coordinated a little bit. Let's see what we can do here. So I'm going to sort of, it's going to come down 1, then 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I need to put another block in there. This is going to get more and more complicated as we go along, but oh, what am I doing? Not that one there. Did I get that? I have no idea if I did or not. So that's how it's going to work, and well, I'll see how we get on and I'll come back in a minute. Right, I've made the bridge go all the way across now and got rid of the dirt guidelines that were going across there, and I put a few little uprights in position here and here, just to show where the sort of the cables would go as it holds up the main structure of the bridge. I know it's quite a narrow bridge, and I suppose we could always expand it out at a later date, but I wanted it to be quite basic and a little bit hair-raising as you run across it over the big drop down into the water below. I wanted to keep that sort of feeling of it being a little bit precarious. I put pillars up at the other end as well. So it's a basic start. I'd really appreciate any comments really. What do you think about what I've done here? I mean, I've left the opposite side blank as a comparison if we don't have any of the uprights going across. Does that look better? Or do you think having the uprights going across here looks better, a little bit more believable that it's sort of a rope bridge being held up? Right, I've done a little bit more work on the bridge. I've added a little bit of oak in there, and I've extended the sort of line of fence posts down a little bit to give it a bit more, I don't know, I'm warming to it slowly, though I think it's a little bit narrow for that sort of feature, so I might have to come and revisit that at a later date. But I've extended this path all the way back to spawn now, so let's go and have a quick look and we'll see where it leads. It cuts through the dense woodland. It's not so dense here, but once we get up here, put a bit of oak slabs down here to make the going a little bit easier. I haven't done this bit along here yet, and it does cut through some fairly dense woodland at the moment, so I'm going to tidy this up, make it a little bit look a bit nicer at some point. Yeah, had a little accident here, can't think who caused that, but never mind. And we also had a bit of an accident out here by camp as well. We lost a fair bit of ground around here. This leads straight back to spawn now, and I'm starting to think that it might be nice to have a little way of getting right up to the top of the mountain there, and I'm thinking I might dig a little tunnel into here. I dug through the tunnel just behind me here, and then took it straight up and built a ladder up there for the time being, which is going to take us straight up to the little base, and then from there I took the ladder a little bit further up all the way to the very top, and I think that's where we're going to have a little bit of a Christmassy type base for the time being. Well, I'm going to put a big Christmas tree there anyway. I don't know about the base, that's a little bit low down, but let's go and have a quick look. Right, here's the tunnel, and it goes quite a way here. Oh, interesting, while I was making this tunnel, I thought this was grass at first, but this is actually moss. So that indicates there's some caves inside here. And indeed, a bit of clay as well. All indications of caves somewhere around us. So this is the point where I reached, and it was about 100 blocks in, where we managed to get right up into the cave. So we got an up ladder and a super fast down chute as well. Now eventually, when I've been to the nether, it will be a great time saver to have this super dark tunnel as a nice bubble elevator. It's always so much nicer than having to walk up the ladder, and of course you can't fall down either when you get to the top. Well, here is the cave that I found. It's a bit of a noodle cave really, and although it's quite handy, it's not a very nice shape really for a base. So yeah, our spawn point's down there somewhere. If you follow the water streams from higher up, it goes down there. But it's at this point here that I decided to take a couple of steps back, and we got a ladder and a drop chute again. Now I had to put a torch in here because I found, once I'd been up there for a while, this lovely water freezes over. And it wasn't until I got my feather falling boots, which I got with a level 2 enchant, I think. I got all level 1 or 2 enchants on this just to keep me going. That was nice. Respiration on the helmet. It means I can go underwater and discover a few more shipwrecks and things. But yes, the feather falling. Yeah, I came down there when it was ice, and I had about three hearts left, 3.5 hearts. So if that had been my regular iron armour, I think that would have been my first death. As yes, I am still deathless. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a quick look up here. This goes all the way up to the top of the mountain, which is quite nice. And here we are at the very tip. And spawn is somewhere down there. Maybe a little bit off to this side a little bit. But that's what I was having to travel through all the way along there and all the way across there just to get over there. So this bridge that I put in here has sped things up enormously. It cuts a bit of a tunnel through there, but it's a much improved area. Right, now here is the area where I'm planning on building the Christmas tree. So the idea is we pop these down and then wait and see what happens. I've got a bit of a torch there just to keep it illuminated all the time. But yeah, it's quite a view from up here. I know it's getting a little bit late in the evening. I'm going to get some mobs spawning, but that's quite a view. Starting to be able to link things together now. It's really quite nice to see things slowly coming together. Right, well, when the tree's grown up, I'll come back and we'll put some decorations on. Right, see you in a bit. Right, I've just grown my Christmas tree, and as you can see, it's very tall, which is right, and there are not many branches and leaves on the lower levels. So I think I'm going to have to try this one again. No, that didn't work out quite the way I was hoping. I was hoping to get one of those ones that has a lot of foliage down low I can decorate, but let's see what else we can get. Right, now our tree has grown, but if you'll notice, it's a little bit bare at the top, and I'd like it to be perhaps something like this one here, you see, a little bit more covered. Looks like someone's been pinging all the needles off the top of the tree. So I've got some spruce leaves. I grew a couple of trees, in my sort of farm area, and I've got some spruce leaves. I've got some oak leaves as well, which I might try poking in every now and again, see if it just brings a little bit of life to the colours here, because it's all very one colour, the leaf pattern we have here. I've never done that before, so it'll be a bit of an experiment and see what it looks like, just replacing some bits with other colours. I'm not sure the oak's going to fit in very well because it's a different pattern to the spruce, but there's only one way to find out, and that's to give it a go. So that's what I'm going to do now. So let's have a look. I don't have any scaffoldings. I haven't seen a jungle yet, so I'm going to pillar up on the earth, the dirt blocks as normal. Let's get a good way up. Right, that'll do to there. And let's have a look. So it's got to be. It might be worth putting a little bit more on here, if it goes. Just so when we bulk it out underneath, it's not going to look quite so dead straight up. Let's do this and do that. It's a bit of a nuisance doing that. Oh, there we go. Right, so yes, what's going to happen is we're going to bulk out this bit here like that. So that needs to stick out a little bit more. So let's do that. Come around here, do the same here. And we're going to have a stand back in a minute when we've done this. Oh, we better do this side here. Something like that. So, oh dear, it does look a little bit thick, doesn't it? I wonder whether I can get on top and add a little bit of height to it. That might make it look a little bit more natural. Let's have a go. I'm going to be aware I've not got very many leaves. Didn't think I'd be using this many. Right, and I think I might do this. Oop, not that. I'll have to get that one on the way down. Right, like this, just to thicken it out a little bit. And then we can do this, maybe even just one there like that randomly. Right, let's take that one out. Oh, I took two out. Oops. Did I get the leaf block? I don't know where it went. Right, okay, something like that. Does that need to come in there as well? It doesn't appear to. I might do that though. Make it look a little bit more round rather than a bit jagged. How does that? That looks slightly better, doesn't it? Okay, I think we might need to bush out these a little bit here as well. Maybe that's where my oak leaves are now going to come in. Let's have a try. Right, let's come down a bit. Oh, I've got an itchy nose. Oh, that's better. Right. Now, I think I might put the oak leaves in a little bit further down. Is that just a single block there? Yes, it is. Right, let's try some around here somewhere. I'll take that off and put that in. Ooh. Well, that's curious, isn't it? Look at the colour difference between the one in my hand and the one here. Well, I suppose oak is going to appear a different colour in the spruce biome, but okay. Well, that's I don't hate it. I just wasn't expecting that. Whoops. Let's pick up these so we don't lose them. Right, I've had a little bit of a play with the mixing the textures in, and although I don't mind the colour, I'm really not getting on with the texture and the oak leaves. It really is too oaky, really. What I may do is I may go and see if I can grab a few birch leaves and see if I can work those in a similar way and see how that looks really. I think that's going to work much better than what I've got here. Right, now I've put some birch leaves in here and I think that looks not too bad actually. I think the top still looks a little bit on the straight side, so I'm going to put some decorations on the tree. So while I'm going up and down, maybe I'll try and fatten out the base a bit and the centre bit, just to give it a little bit more, bit of a nice sort of curve coming down like that. Here it is. We've got a few little details that we're going to finish off putting on, so I think I'll do those manually right now. Let's have a look. So I've got some lanterns which I'd like to hang around. See if I can drop those off of particular branches and things, like over there or something. Is it not going to attach to leaf blocks? Oh, you're joking. Really? Oh, that's gone on top of that, hasn't it? Right, okay. Didn't particularly want that one on top of there. Right, so if it doesn't want to go on there, we're going to have to do that, aren't we? Oh, it pops off as well. Oh, you rotters. Oh no, so you can't hang it off leaf blocks at all. Oh right, okay, well that's going to change things a bit, isn't it? Okay, well let's see. Well, you've got to make do with what you got. Let's see what we can do. Okay, right, we're almost there. Right. I think I'll put, where's that one there? Yeah, I can't put it there. There? Not sure. Right, let's make a bridge cross. Right, finishing touch. I think what we'll do is, maybe if I use that as the top. Yeah, we don't have to have that as a block. It might be visible from underneath. Right. Now, I'm going to get rid of all this dirt and then we'll have a look and see what it looks like. Right, here we are. We've got the tree in the background, now complete. Lights, decorations and everything all done. And I'm reasonably happy with it really. Designing and building trees and decorating them is not really something I've ever done before, so it's been a bit of a step into the unknown for me, and yeah, it's turned out all right. Well, it's been quite a long episode, so if you've made it this far, thank you for persevering. We've done quite a lot today. And let's see, there are a few things that I want to ask, and that is, if you do have any ideas about the bridge that we built across the river, then do let me know in the comments. And also, I'm going to name the bridge. If you have a good idea for a name, then I'll be interested to hear what you have for that. And yes, thank you very much for your time today. I hope you've enjoyed watching this, and I'll see you in episode 4. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.